So I thought I'll try something a little bit different today. I'm getting a little bit too used to just filming the same thing, anything book related and morning ritual, routine, psychology related. I thought why not try and do something a little bit different. I got a new microphone now, which means I can use both hands and I can leave my room. And so I thought why not try some new things. Let's go out, let's do something that's not book related. And we'll see, we'll try something a little bit more vloggy-ish and see how that goes. Let's go out. So currently I work in the fitness industry. I work as an instructor and I have this workshop and little community that I'm trying to build at the same time. And I thought why not try and explain how I got into this field and what was my process and my relationship with fitness as I mess around with some kettlebells. So let's do that. So my relationship with sport started pretty early. When I was maybe 8 years old, I think, I started playing water polo here in Jerusalem. And I was playing that for about 7 years. I was pretty good. I really liked it. It's a small sport, so my achievements are not that impressive anyhow. But still, I was in the national team for my age, for 14 and all of that. I was very heavily into it. And when I was 14 in this training camp, I got sick once and got stuck with this with chronic fatigue syndrome. I mean, we didn't know what it was at the time, but a few years afterwards, not being able to work out, not being able to do anything physical or mentally stressful, we realized it was chronic fatigue syndrome. And so I had to stop completely at the age of 14, and I didn't do any physical activity for maybe 4 years, up until I was 18, something like that. Now I can't really remember what got me into it, but when I was about maybe late 17, 18, end of school, maybe just before I joined the army, I started going to the gym. And I found that I could go and do some things, not very intensely, and rest quite a bit afterwards. But if I do a workout that's okay for me, no cardio, only lifting something heavy, putting it back down, then recovering as much as I could, that was one of the first things I could do again. And I then joined the army for about half a year. The army kind of destroyed me. That was very too difficult for me. And so after a few months, they released me. When I was at home, I mean, here in Israel, everybody goes to the army for about, let's say 2 to 3 years. Depends if you're a man or a woman. But for me, all of my friends went for 3 years. So that meant 2 years of me being alone at home, sick, unable to work, unable to go and study, just me at my house by myself. And so I went to the gym for multiple reasons. First of all, I think after chronic fatigue syndrome, getting sick, now in retrospect, I can say I needed to try and control my body in some way. And I think the gym did that quite well. Well, the gym combined with food, you know, I was in a bodybuilding phase. Not what's going on at the moment, but back then I was all about getting as big as I could. And so I started eating, you know, controlling and measuring everything I ate, and I started doing these bodybuilding workouts, everything that I could do that wouldn't punish me afterwards. And but I think more than that, the gym became something I think is called the third place. So, you know, you're at home, you're playing video games, you don't work, you don't go anywhere else, all of your friends are in the army, speaking about the army every time that they meet, in the weekends and everything. You're a little bit of an outsider suddenly. Well, a lot of bit of an outsider. And so I think I had to craft a new, comfortable, human environment for myself, a place to belong, somewhere to be. And I think the gym became that. So when I was about 18. So I had my bodybuilding phase, and that was great. I got bigger, I got good, I got complimented about getting bigger. I was always very skinny and very uncomfortable, very self-conscious about being skinny. And so suddenly I got bigger. People would go fill me up and be like, oh man, you got bigger. Oh, you're strong, aren't you? Loved that that part. And also at the gym, you know, people at the gym would be impressed by you growing up and getting a little bit bigger. And again, there's just became this little bit of a community there at the gym. That was nice. So I had some friends, some people I would know. The gym wasn't nearby. I would just walk every day, go to the gym, be excited about it. And yeah, I think that was the highlight of my day for a pretty long time. Now, at some point during this bodybuilding phase, my sickness kind of exploded again and took it away from me. So I couldn't really, I was way weaker, I wasn't recovering as well, and so I kind of gave up. You know, after long enough with this disease, what it always does is, you know, you start getting excited about something. All these buses. You start getting excited about something and then you invest more and more energy into it. Well, you know, anything you love and like a lot, you start investing more energy into. And so at some point you overdo it and it takes everything away from you. Suddenly you have a few months where you're all messed up and then you can't really invest in anything anymore. And you go and you start pondering, you know, it's probably not in my cards. I shouldn't do anything big. I shouldn't push myself. I shouldn't, you know, who am I to think that I could be doing anything impressive or, you know, or drastic with my body? Me, someone as sick as me. Let's do one more sip. And so, a bad month, I was at the peak. I was thinking that I'm getting right into bodybuilding and all in that world. And then I realized, nah, it's probably not in my cards. And I kind of gave up at that point. I still worked out, not too often, but I was definitely not paying attention to food that much. I was not thinking of anything other than, well, this is a nice place, nice community, nice people. This is a place I feel like I belong in. But I lost the belonging to the act, the thing itself, a little bit. So remember, this is me being at home for about 3 years, unable to work, unable to do anything. I remember having 4.99 shekels in my bank account, which is, it's like €1 or so, 1.2 euros or something. And that's all I had, and I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything. That feels like crap. When you're 20, all of your friends are in the army, about to be released now, and then go study and go do all these, you know, cool jobs and whatnot, and you're at home, unable to learn, unable to work, unable to do anything with yourself but play video games and maybe work out a little bit. Sucks. One day, I went to the gym, and the gym nearby here is a tiny gym. It's like a super small neighborhoody kind of gym, right? We would be at the same time, I don't know, 20 people in the gym at the one time, very small. And one day I looked at the trainer, the instructor in the shift, and suddenly it dawned upon me. He's just sitting in the corner on a bench, on a chair or something, just playing in his, like, just doing random stuff with his phone. And I was like, wait a second, that's something I can do. I understand a little bit about this world. I like this world. I've been in it for a while, maybe 2-3 years working in a gym. I can do this. I can do this. I can sit and do nothing as well. And then if people have questions, I'll just tell them, I'll have the answer for them. And that's it, I can do that. That's one thing I can do and get paid for. So I went to this other friend and kind of jokingly I told him, you know what, I just realized I can do what this guy's doing. Like, this is probably not that difficult for me. I could probably, even me with my sickness, this would probably not be overdoing it. And my friend told me, yeah, okay, nice, I'm starting a course next month. Come, join, tag along. Yeah, out of nowhere, very spontaneously, I thought, okay, why not? Let's become an instructor. I could sit and do nothing and get paid for it. Interesting. Not exactly the motivation you'd expect an instructor to have, right? Someone in this field, in the fitness world, you would expect them being all like, I'm gonna be the strongest human being possible. I'm gonna make everyone as big and healthy as I am. I have a mission. Show everyone. No, I was broken and couldn't do anything. Didn't have money and I needed something. I looked at the guy sitting in the corner and I was like, wait, I can sit in that corner as well and do nothing. So that's me going, and you know, that's my motivation for the certificate. During the course, I met my first girlfriend when I was, again, 22, pretty late. But what can you do when you're sick? Met her in a video game. She was German, and so I fucked off to Germany. And so just after the course, I escaped instantly and didn't really get to work in the industry, in fitness at all. But I was happy about it. I didn't really, as I was doing the course, I started getting a little bit better, and so different opportunities started to rise. I thought I could study finally. I thought I could do some different things other than this, other than fitness, other than sitting in the corner. And so my mind has shifted and I went different places. When I came back to Israel though, pretty much the moment I started looking for a job here, which I actively said I don't want to be an instructor. I don't want to go into this world. But same guy, same friend that kind of pulled me into the course to begin with and told me, you know, I start in a month, come join me. He was running this gym now. What? Like, yeah, I've been gone for a year and you run a gym? We did the course together. What the crap? I met the guy and he just told me, come on, you're starting next week. Can you guess what happened? Started the next week. What will we do? Snatches? Let's do something else. Let's do snatches. What a random workout, but we're playing around. So I started working at the gym as an instructor. Thank you, my dude, for actually pulling me into it. And what do you know? I love people, and so the job is just being with people constantly. That's how I started loving my job. It was a great opportunity to be and communicate with people constantly. And so I didn't have much to do with fitness anymore. It took it all from me, right? I was in my competitive phase and it took me from the sport. And then I was in my bodybuilding, let's, you know, change the way I look phase, and it took it from me as well. And so I didn't really have my niche aside from I love people. I think I understand people quite well. And so that kind of became my thing. Let's talk to people. Let's make people the thing. Even though it's in the fitness industry, why not make people my thing? Let's go somewhere else. So throughout this process up until this point, I understood two things. First of all, I'm in this for people. That's everything for me. I think I enjoy human interaction. I enjoy communicating and teaching and helping with, you know, motivation or lack of. That's kind of the thing that attracts me the most. Second thing, I realized that I can't really push myself too much. I need to work. I became really good, probably the best in my environment, at working out pretty intensely, but okay. I keep a bunch in the tank, right? So I never get to failure. I never get to the point where it punishes me afterwards. For me, working out, fitness, exercise, it became a playground. It became a hobby, just like I do right now. I could plan something. I could write myself something that's gonna be good and efficient and whatever for some goal that I invent. Or I could just mess around and feel good. As long as nothing hurts, as long as I enjoy the exercise, I can just improvise and play with it. And I became really good at that. I became really good at just doing random stuff daily, regularly. And I became pretty strong, pretty flexible. What I call dad strength. That's kind of how I define my goal right now, dad strength. I want to be opening jars and carrying heavy crap easily. Man, the buses are so loud. Hopefully the audio is okay. Testing this new microphone, so we'll see, I guess. So this all brings us to modern day Noam. What do I do right now? I instruct at the gym still, and I love that. I mean, I don't get paid much for it, and it's kind of the less prestigious kind of job in the field. But I walk around the gym and I got the opportunity to make it nice for a bunch of people. You know, my mission when I work at the gym in a shift is to make it a house, make it a home for people who are scared of it, you know? I feel like most people can't go to the gym really because one, they feel like they don't belong. They walk in there, they're alone in this like big toolbox, and they have no fucking clue what to do. And so they don't feel like they're one of us, one of the gym, right? And so if I can do that, if I can remember their name, if I can smile to them, if I can talk to them and ask them questions about their lives, I feel like it's much easier for them to come back to the gym. I remember from the small gym, there was this one trainer that I loved, and I used to hope that he's there. You know, I would go with a question and be like, I hope this guy is there so I can ask him the question. And I want to be that guy for many people, you know, so being in a shift, for me, that's great. Absolutely love that. So lack of belonging. Second thing is fear. A lot of people, you know, they think they'll get injured. They think everybody here knows what they're doing aside from me. Only I don't know what I'm doing here. And so showing people that it's accessible, that you can play. I've been through most of it. I've been trying many things. I've been in sports competitively. I changed myself visually. I was going through all these phases, and right now I'm at a place which I feel like is very healthy. You know, I can play around with it. I'm waiting for the points in my day in which I do something physical. If I'm away from a gym, away from a weight, away from a kettlebell, I can still do something and I enjoy it. For me, it became a part of who I am, and I know I've been through many things that helped me shape myself this way, but I feel like I can convey it quite well, and I think I can help people transform and move to the place where they become people who train rather than train for a certain goal. I want the goal to be becoming a person who train, and I feel like I do a pretty good job at that. If I look a little bit constipated, it's because I am. No, I'm holding too heavy kettlebell boys. So this all brings us to today. I started this workshop now, trying to do exactly that. Teach people how to belong, which I think is a skill. You can find your niche, you can find your people, you can belong in the gym. Well, it's something you can build. And the second thing is, I want to remove the fear of the unknown. I want to show them that they can do. I want to show them that it's not that complicated, it's not that scary, and it's okay to just play around. You can do random stuff like this, and it's also good. As long as you're not comfortable, as long as it's difficult, but you can manage it, that's some sort of a workout. Something will get better, something will improve, something will progress. And as long as we progress a little bit every day, good shit will happen. Now, will I stay in this field? Probably not. I don't think fitness is my calling. I don't think there's something inside the world of strength and physical activity that attracts me more than something else. But right now it's my opportunity to work with people, just like this YouTube channel, and just like hopefully different things that will come along the way. If I end up in psychology, great. If I end up in fitness, also great. No clue where I'll be. Hopefully the sound wasn't too funky, and hopefully this was interesting in some shape or form. I feel like doing things like that which are a bit more casual, a little bit more vloggy, even though they're not really. Instead of documenting my day, you know, just venting my thoughts as I do something throughout my day, or maybe as I teach, as I show something. I think that could suit me well. I think next time I'll cook you an omelette. And then, you know, chat in between. No, this has been nice. I think I'll enjoy this. Thanks for showing up, and I'll see you next time. Yeah!